All right, guys, I'm back to filming. Okay. All right, I'm gonna start with this. Is the beans I'm making. This is the fish. I want to season it. Because you guys know I moved to a new place. I was like, oh my god, I hope I didn't forget my can opener. So thank God my husband made sure he got the can opener for me. Because he was the one that was packing most of the stuff in the can. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't forget the can opener. I'm making, I said I was going to make beans, but I decided to make the white beans instead. And I like to rinse it real nice. So I rinse it real nice. Okay, guys. And so paper towel, dry my hands. Okay, oil. Still have leftover of the vegetable oil, and I bought some more oil. So yeah, good amount of oil in there. Put in the beans. Got my handy dandy spicy that I love to put in my meal. And I'm running low, so I need to buy another jug of this. Okay, good amount. My blended spicy. I'm gonna leave this outside because I need it for something else. Also like to put extra garlic in my food, so yeah. I'm gonna put something of garlic on the rice. Just like extra garlic. Okay. I have a garlic presser, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna press the garlic right now. I'm just gonna put it like that in the rice. Chop it up with my knife. Okay. And I like to put some extra onion. Extra onion. Okay, guys. When I'm cooking, I just like to have, because I'm gonna need that onion for the fish. I'll chop up some good amount of onion. Okay, some more garlic for the fish. Guys, this is part 3 of my cooking video for the month of February, mid-February 2020, 18th of February. Okay, guys? Yeah. I need to get some hot pepper. If you guys want to see all the ingredients I buy, go check my previous videos. So I got some parsley, thyme, pepper. Okay, and I'm gonna put a good amount of pepper in the rice. I want the rice to have a good amount of pepper. Okay, and I have everything. I used to chop. Hold on, guys. I'm using something for just chop. Because I need to chop off. Here. Okay. Okay, guys. Alright, so the beans is already there. Let me stop chopping the onion. Okay. This for the fish. You have to put some good amount of thing on the rice. Okay, I'll put this, chop this off for the rice. Okay, for the rice. Okay. So, alright guys, so now I'm going to rinse my fish. Okay. Rinse my fish. This is the fish. This is the fish, guys. Okay, it was in salt and lime, remember, from the first video. Oh no, actually you guys didn't see this part because I actually did this part on Facebook. So yeah, I already cleaned the fish. Lime, it was in seasoning, so I'm gonna rinse it. It was in salt and lime, so now I'm gonna rinse the fish. Rinse the fish real good. Okay. So I can season it. And I rinse it in cold water, guys. Cold water, not hot water. You don't need to rinse fish in hot water. Just cool water is fine. fish is easy to cook. Yeah. Okay. So I give it 2 rinse. Okay, 2 rinse. I'm gonna put the seasoning in it. And I use a nice big platter because it just makes it easy for me. Okay guys, so I'm gonna use spices or blended spices. Okay guys. Use blended spices for the fish. And I'm gonna make my own spices too guys. Because it's so important to have your own spices when you're cooking. So, you know. Okay, so this is me, the fish. Okay. I just use this platter because it's easier for me. Okay. So this is the beans, the white beans. Let me show it to you. See, that's the white beans, guys. Okay. Putting the dry spices now. Okay. Using some good amount of dry fish, spices. Alright. Put some more salt. I'm gonna let this seasoning get inside the fish. Some salt inside the fish. You want to make sure your fish has good amount of salt. flavorful. And I'm gonna put some parsley inside of the fish so I can give it flavor. I rinse some parsley so I can put it inside of the fish, guys. When you do that, it gives your fish a lot of flavor. The head of the fish. You want to stuff it with some parsley. Okay, do that. Especially when you slit the fish, because remember how I slit the fish? I stuff some parsley in that little slit right here. And what it does, it gives your fish good flavor. Okay, I made a little slit right here and I stuffed the parsley in there. Just a little trick. Okay, the little slit, just stuff some parsley in there. Your food will be so flavorful. Okay, you see? And the slit. Yeah, on both sides. Both sides I put the parsley stuff in there. Alright, guys. Everybody cook different, but I just like to do this. Okay, now for the rice, I'm gonna let this seasoning get inside the fish. Now for the rice. Okay. We're gonna make the jasmine rice today. That's enough water. Let it boil. Okay, I'm gonna let the water boil. Cutting off some green pepper for the fish. And I'm also chopping some garlic to stuff inside the fish. I chop it really small so the fish can be very flavorful. I chop some thin pieces of garlic so I can stuff it back inside in the slit. Where I make the slit in the fish, I stuff some garlic in there, both sides, guys. And when you do that, oh, it's gonna make your food so flavorful. Remember, it already has parsley in there, so I'm stuffing the garlic in there. Both sides. Just a little trick. Both sides, guys. Stuff the garlic in there. Everybody cook differently, so that's just me, my little method. If you want to give your food good flavor, if you want your food to have a lot of flavor, you can do what I do, but you don't have to do it the way I do it. Everybody do it differently, so that's okay. Okay, you don't have to do it the way I do it because everybody has their own way of cooking. Does that make sense? But me, I like to do that. And I stuff some pepper, green pepper, inside of the fish. Okay, inside the neck, the head of the fish, I put in some green pepper so the fish can have a lot of flavor. Okay, see there's parsley, green pepper inside. So yeah, I stuff it inside the fish. And then the rest of the green pepper I just put over the fish. Okay. I already cut some onions. Some onions. Okay. Everybody make your stuff differently. You don't have to make it the way I make it. But that's how I cook for my husband, guys. So if you guys have a way you're doing it, and you, this is the good thing about content creating. Everybody shows your own talent, you know. And another thing I like to do, I have some juice of lime. I'm gonna add some more juice of lime over the fish. Remember, I had already used a lot of lime when I was cleaning the fish, but this is just to give it some acidity. Okay. And I'm gonna let this sit for about 30 minutes. Okay. More juices of lime. Okay, guys. All right. Everybody do your things differently. And I have some bell pepper. I'm gonna chop off some bell pepper. But hold on, guys. I'm gonna cut it when it's closer for me to cook. So this is the fish, okay? Let me turn the camera so you guys can see. Okay. So can you guys see it? It's marinating right now. It has parsley, green pepper, dry seasoning, you know, blended fresh seasoning. So yeah, this is the fish. And there's like 6 pieces of fish. They cut it each, there's 3 fish total. Each one was cut in 2. Okay, so yeah, each one was cut in 2. And the rice is already, I'm making the rice right now. Okay. Okay, guys. All right, guys. So okay, so let me continue with the rice. I'm gonna cover the fish up. I need to taste this to make sure it has enough salt. I need to add more salt. Well, actually, no, no salt. I'm gonna add a Maggi. I forgot. Before I forgot, I need to add a Maggi. Oh, I almost forgot my Maggi for the rice. I like to use Maggi for, and I'm also gonna use some Maggi for the fish too. Okay, guys. So this is the Maggi I'm using for the rice. Okay. Put it in 2. And some more Maggi the um for the fish. Okay, see, just squash it up. Yeah. Okay, so good when you do it. It will give you a food flavor. If you want your food to have good flavor, and I use the Madagus Maggi. This is the Maggi I use, Madagus. Okay. And just put a little bit of salt because it's missing a little bit of salt, not a lot. Okay, that should be good. I'm pretty good when it comes to measurement. Okay, guys. So yeah. This is the rice I'm using. I'm gonna use the jasmine rice because I like it better. My husband likes the canela too, but if you wanna have leftover, I prefer to use the jasmine rice. Okay. Always make sure you rinse your rice, guys. Rinse your rice. Rinse your rice nicely. So you see, while the fish is in seasoning, I'm making the rice. And by the time the rice is finished, there should be enough seasoning in the fish so I can actually start cooking the fish. But it's important to let the fish sit in the seasoning so it could be more flavorful. Okay? Yeah. So this is the rice. It's well washed. And I'm putting it in the thing. Remember, I'm making white beans and rice. Okay, guys. I made a good amount of rice today. I'm very hungry. And I know my husband will be hungry too. So, yeah. A good amount of rice. A good amount of rice because, yeah, I want my husband to have leftover food for work tomorrow. So that's why I make a good amount of rice. So you can have leftover food for work. I'm also making plantains. Yeah, I'm gonna fry up some plantains on the side. Okay. Let me show you the rice. One moment. Okay, so this is the rice and white beans. The green stuff is pepper, okay, guys? Yeah. And I don't want the rice to be saggy. So yeah. I'll just make sure that, you know, yeah. This is the fish. This is the fish and seasoning still. Just leave it on the seasoning. Okay, guys. Yeah. Ooh. So that's how I cook, guys. You gotta be careful not to put too much water, because I'll put some spices. Okay, just so it can have a little bit of flavor. Some clove. I like to put clove in my food. There we go. You can put the clove in the pepper, but me, I don't use a lot of cloves, so I just take it off when the food is almost ready. Alright guys, so yeah, that's how I do it. And the rice, I have a place to put the rice. I have a thing. Hopefully my husband will take it when we move. Oh. A thing that I use for my rice. I don't see it. Okay. So I got more oil. Okay, because I'm gonna need this oil. I have a thing that I use for my rice. Hopefully my husband didn't throw that away. I haven't used the stove, the baking part of the stove yet in the new home, so I plan on using it to make some baked chicken. I told my husband I plan on baking some chicken, a whole chicken for him. So yeah, I definitely plan on using that sometime soon. Now let's for my rice to be flavorful, guys. And I'm going to use a little bit of thyme, as you can see. This is the thyme. I like to use thyme like this. A little bit on the rice. And this is for the fish. That's enough salt. Okay. I have a good amount of pepper. Good amount of pepper. Make sure I put a little bit of water because I don't want it to be hard. Okay. I don't want the rice to be undercooked. I don't want it to be overcooked. Yeah. Oof. The rice have a good amount of pepper. This pepper is hot. Ooh. Yeah, this pepper is hot, guys. This is not good. pepper don't play. This pepper do not play. So this is the time I'm putting it back in the fridge. Okay, I'm putting the parsley back in the fridge. Alright, guys. Okay, I need to put the rice back. I had a thing to put the rice, but I don't know if my husband forgot when he moved. I had a container, many containers to put my things. I don't know if he threw some of them away. There's how many containers I have here? How many containers did he take? Did he throw some of them away? I had like 3 containers. Let's see, wood. That's wood. What happened to the other ones? Hold on, guys. I gotta make sure I check where my husband put all of the containers. This is the fish, guys. Check. Gotta make sure. Throw away some of my containers. Oh, I had like 4 of them. Okay. I think my husband, I think he threw some of my kitchen stuff away, guys. Because I had a few containers that I use to store food. And those containers are very important because anytime I buy rice, things like that. Knowing Johnny probably threw some of them away, guys. I wouldn't be surprised if he threw some of my containers away. I just feel like I'm missing some of my containers, my kitchen containers. Unless the movers, I don't know. Because my husband was responsible for my kitchen stuff. Yeah. And I'm missing some of my containers. To put like I had like 4 containers. Plus 1 for the rice. Put the rest up here. Guys, my husband threw away a lot of my containers, so I need to buy more containers. Yeah, because I only see wood here. And I had a lot of containers. So this is only wood. Oh, why would he do that? Why would he do that? Those containers was not easy to find either because those are the good ones. I had 4 matching ones. The thing about when you're moving, yeah, he threw some of my containers away, guys. I'm telling you. Stuff. A lot of stuff that was in the kitchen. Yeah, he threw away a lot of things. I had a thing in the kitchen. Yeah, he threw away a lot of stuff. I guess he didn't want to be bothered. He probably be like, we'll replace them. But We don't throw away women's stuff like that without asking. Because some of this stuff are very like essential things that I use to organize my kitchen. These containers are very important because when I buy like rice, things of that nature, what I do is I organize my groceries so my kitchen could look really nice and organized. So what he does is he just wanted his life to be easier. So he just threw away stuff. Yeah, that's what he did. He just throw things away, throw things away, throw things away because he didn't want to be bothered. Yeah, because he was responsible for the kitchen. Ugh. If I knew he was gonna do that, I would have just packed up the kitchen myself. He was responsible for the kitchen and the bathroom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, this husband of mine. Yeah, he really did. Yeah, guys. So I basically have to buy more containers because I'll be throwing away most of my containers. Can't believe he did that. Yeah, he didn't want to be bothered, guys. So that's what he did. He didn't want to be bothered, so he just threw away the stuff that was getting in his way. Because it was a lot of stuff to pack. Put some more oil on the rice. And I had a container too. I had an oil container, a glass jar to put oil. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't see it either. Oh God, why would he do that? Judd just threw stuff away. Judd was like, whatever. He was like, whatever. He just want to move. He just threw away a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. I'm pretty sure my husband. Yeah, he threw away a lot of stuff. Yep. Yes, he did. He did not want to be bad because there was a lot of stuff to move. And the kitchen was probably too much work for him, so he was just like, whatever. Because the kitchen was the last thing we packed. Because, we wanted to make sure, just in case we have, you get some stuff in the fridge. Yeah, he threw away so much stuff that was in the fridge. A whole lot of stuff. Me and him, I threw away pretty much a lot of the stuff that was in the fridge. When you're moving. But the containers were very essential. And they cost a pretty penny, and they're matching too. It's okay. I would play that. Men, they're not the same as women. I'm gonna look somewhere. There's a place I'm gonna look to see if we can put some of them here. I gotta check something else. If we can put some of the stuff in there. Let's have to check. I got one more thing to check. Let's see if there's no more stuff in there. You never know. One or two things. Let's check this just to see if we can put it in there. Yeah, but these things are very important. We have so much stuff to pack when we move. I can understand, trust me. He did the right. He probably just did whatever was best for him at the moment. Alright guys, so I want to start making the fish. Okay. Okay, let me start making the fish. Okay. Oh, but while this thing is warming up, let me go check something. Oh, yeah, guys. Yep, that's what happened. The hubby threw away a lot of my containers, guys. So, yeah, because yeah, do that here. Just gonna check one more area to make sure. Yep. Yes, it is. Husbands. He threw away. My husband threw away the coffee maker. He threw away the coffee maker. What else he threw away? I had like a little thing for pancake. He threw that away too. Yeah. At least I still have some of my stove things. Yeah. Yeah, he did. He threw that away too. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna have to replace them. That's all I can do. I think at the very end when we were moving, he was just annoyed. So whatever was getting in his way, he just threw them away. Alright guys, so this is one of the chocolate I had bought my husband for Valentine. The Recess with peanut butter. He really liked this chocolate. He likes it a lot. He ate it. And I also have some more of the peanut butter hot chocolate that I bought him from Valentine's. Okay. Yeah, leftover chocolate. Oh, okay, guys. So the stove is warming up. The rice is on low. And I'm making the fish right now. Yeah, I can't believe my husband threw away that. Yeah. I'm gonna farm some fish first. Yeah. I'm gonna fry up some fish. Okay. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna fry up some fish. Because see the thing about the container, I'm able to pour the flour in the container. was so nice, guys. I can't believe it was halfway. But hopefully it's just he doesn't like nothing getting in his way. So yeah. He was probably stressed because the week we were moving, he was working a lot. He was very tired. And he got a really bad headache the week we were moving, so he was just very stressed. Can you imagine working so much hours and being in the middle of moving? So he was just over it. Yeah. Yeah, so now I can understand why. Oh. Yeah, he was just over this whole moving thing because, yeah, he's not like he was off where we could, and we literally moved in like a week, you know? So, yeah, it was really fast. So, yeah, when I buy more, I'm turning on the fan. I have a fan here in the kitchen, so I turn it on. Yeah, so let me make the fish. Yeah, he was just over it, guys. So a lot of stuff I have to replace. Okay. Yeah, I just have to replace some stuff. What can I do? Okay, so I'm just about to fry up some fish. Yeah. Fry up some fish. Whew. Not having it. He was like so over all the stress of moving, guys. He threw away a lot of stuff. I'm surprised he didn't throw away some of, I don't even know if he didn't throw away some of my clothes. He would do that because you know I love my clothes. But yeah, a lot of the kitchen stuff he threw away. But then again, I can understand why, because you know we moved to a new place, so you know he probably wanted us to have some updated stuff. You know? Yeah, so that's pretty understandable. Okay guys, so I don't want to make this video too long. I'm gonna start frying the fish and then I'm gonna stop the video. Okay. I don't want to make the video too long. So the oil is already in there. Let's rub it up. I gotta be very careful because I don't want to get burned. Okay, so this is the fish and flour. Okay guys. I'm frying three pieces of fish, 3 pieces of fish fried, 3 pieces of fish in sauce. So that's how I'm doing it. Okay guys, yeah. Okay guys, so thank you for watching guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, ciao. Jesus is Lord.